Hello, my name is Kelly McCown. I'm the teacher, author, and owner of Teaching Math and More LLC. Today on the Teaching Math and More channel, we are talking about how to teach middle school math fluency for everyone in your classroom to help students increase their math skills and competency. Where do you start? The goal of middle school math fluency is to teach your students how to recall specific middle school grade level facts. Let's say that again. The goal of middle school math fluency is to teach your students how to recall specific grade level facts. Goals are good to know because that's where you're going, that's where you're headed. The end goal for middle school math fluency is to have your students be able to recall their grade level facts with no errors. When your students know how to use math facts through conceptual learning, they will succeed. So, how can you help your students master middle school math fluency? Middle school fluency is one way of teaching math skills to your students in a meaningful way with fact strategies and memorization. Teaching middle school math fluency doesn't have to be stressful or overwhelming. Let's look at the following steps for middle school math fluency in your classroom now. In the introduction video to math fluency, we talked about what math fluency is and isn't. We usually hear it called math fact fluency. Students are able to quickly recall addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division facts. This fluency extends through middle school. Students need to be able to quickly recall those math facts through conceptual understanding, fact strategies, and memorization. We've talked about the 4 key components to determining mastery of math fluency. Now let's look at the 4 key components and how they're applied to math fluency for middle school and the resources you can use to help your students now. Part 1 of middle school math fluency is flexibility. Having flexibility teaching math facts happens when students interact with grade level math skills to develop conceptual understanding. Students are exploring math facts to build the foundation of math fluency. Let's look at some examples. Teaching flexibility for middle school math fluency is using manipulatives to help teach key concepts like operations with multiple digits, operations with decimals, operations with fractions, place value, understanding data. Here's an example of using a hundreds grid to show the adding 2 decimal numbers together. Kids can easily visualize how many tenths and hundredths there are using this manipulative. It helps students start to develop a concrete understanding of each decimal number being added together. Then this model can translate also to subtraction, multiplication, and division of decimals. This is also a great time to introduce integers with integer chips that help develop an understanding of for positive and negative numbers. Students need to be introduced correctly to these terms to develop an appropriate understanding of middle school math. Part 2 of middle school math fluency are the strategies. It's where the student chooses which strategy to use. It must be an appropriate strategy for middle school math fluency. Let's look at the top strategies. Here are the top strategies kids can use when problem solving in middle school. Drawing a picture, finding a pattern, guess and check, making a list, using reasoning, working backwards, making a chart. If you want to use this resource, Problem Solving Strategies poster, you can find the link to download it in the description of this video. Part 3 of middle school math fluency is efficiency. Specifically, when we are talking about math fluency of math facts, it's done quickly, rather in a minute or less to solve. So math facts for grade 6 and beyond also need to be recalled quickly. Let's look at different ways to assess for fluency. There are 3 ways to assess for efficiency. Number 1 is a timed test, which can be done in 20 minutes or less. Students demonstrate on paper 20 fluency questions they know quickly within the 20-minute timer. Number 2 is a running record, which demonstrates how your students are applying strategies to solve math problems. Students share their thinking to solve the math problem and give the answer. Running records primarily track growth from one period to another. Number 3 is an interview. It's orally given to the teacher and asks students to solve each problem to the teacher without necessarily having a timer present, but rather answering within a timely manner. Now, this can take the stress and anxiety of a time test off of students, or for those students who have an IEP of unlimited time. Part 4 of math fluency is accuracy. It's the last part and probably the most important one. Practicing, memorizing math facts that are correct and accurate. Be sure to make corrections and share with students only correct answers. So let's look at some ways to practice and memorize those correct facts. Top technique number 1 is using a math activity. Math activities are great for math fluency, but even better when you have a partner to check your answer for correctness. It's also excellent to use and practice with at a math center in your classroom. I encourage parents to keep a set of math activities in their car. It's a great use of time and to get a little bit more practice in. These math activities are in the Teaching Math and More shop. Top technique number 2 is practice, practice, practice. Math fluency practice can be easy as a practice worksheet that kids color and solve problems. It's great for kids who need the practice but also need to color too and have a little fun. These fluency math practice worksheets are helping students solve equations and expressions. These fluency worksheets are available in the Teaching Math and More shop. And last but not least, top technique number 3, games. Math games for fluency are engaging and fun when they play together at a group or a math center or station in class. This game is integer fluency, where you shuffle the cards and add and subtract the cards drawn and the die rolled. Students then have to solve the problem quickly. If the player with the most yards wins the game. So fun. And the kids play in pairs. They love this. These fluency games are in the Teaching Math and More shop. So why is it important? Middle school math fluency is important because, number 1, it contributes to students' ability to solve more difficult problems quicker and more accurately. 2, it builds students' confidence in their math ability to solve difficult problems. 3, it leads to success in students' future mathematics courses in high school and beyond. There is a solution to the problem of teaching middle school math fluency. Let's try with a 4-part approach. You can plan for fluency of mathematics with your students today. For more information about the Math Fluency video series, be sure to check out the description of this video. Be sure to like the video if you haven't yet and subscribe to our channel so that you can be notified of new videos. This video concludes our series Math Fluency for Everyone. I hope you enjoyed this series. Be sure to sign up for the Teaching Math and More VIP newsletter for the latest news, resources, and coupons for the shop. Thanks for supporting us. We'll see you next time.